Australia's beaches are famous for sun, surf, and sand. But beneath the beauty lies something darker. From ghost ships to vanishing figures, these shores hold terrifying secrets. Dare to discover the top 10 most haunted beaches in Australia, if you're brave enough to stay till the end. 1. Shelly Beach, New South Wales. They say Shelly Beach looks like paradise during the day. Calm waves, golden sand, and a gentle breeze that feels like a dream. But when the sun sets, everything changes. The air thickens. The light fades too fast. And that's when the whispers begin. Locals speak of a ship that wrecked just off the coast over a century ago. Dozens of lives were lost. Some never recovered. Since then, strange things have happened. Walkers along the beach have reported cold spots, freezing patches of air, even on the hottest summer nights. Campers hear voices, low and desperate, calling names no one recognizes. But the most chilling tale? A lone figure, soaking wet, standing motionless at the edge of the shore, eyes empty, dressed in clothes that don't belong to this time. Witnesses say if you look too long, they vanish, leaving behind only the wet footprints that lead to nowhere. People still visit. They swim. They laugh. But those who stay after dark never forget the feeling that something or someone is watching. 2. Manly Beach, New South Wales. By day, Manly Beach is full of life. Surfers ride the waves, children laugh, and tourists snap photos under the sun. But buried beneath its beauty is a chilling secret few dare to speak of. Long before it became a coastal getaway, this land belonged to an ancient Aboriginal tribe. Sacred burial grounds once lay where the sand now meets the sea. When colonists arrived, they built over it, disturbing what should have been left untouched. Ever since, strange things have happened. Visitors report hearing drums in the distance, rhythmic and slow, even when no one else is around. At night, shadows drift across the beach with no source, no sound, only the sudden drop in temperature to announce their presence. One woman claims she was pulled toward the water by invisible hands, dragged by a force she couldn't see. Locals avoid the beach after midnight. They say if you hear the drums and don't leave immediately, something follows you home. Not everyone believes the stories, but those who felt the icy grip of Manly's past, they never walk there alone again. 3. Brighton Beach, Victoria. Brighton Beach is known for its colorful bathing boxes, bright, cheerful, and lined up like toys along the shore. But behind that postcard image lies a darkness that refuses to fade. Decades ago, a fierce storm swept through the coast. A fishing boat capsized just off the beach. The bodies were never found. Only fragments of the vessel, washed ashore like broken bones. Since then, the beach hasn't been the same. At night, passers-by have heard heavy footsteps crunching along the sand. But when they turn, there's no one there. A chilling cold settles over certain boxes, the same ones, night after night, as if something lingers inside. Locals talk of a man in a long coat, soaked to the bone, staring out at the sea. He never moves. He never speaks. And when approached, he simply vanishes, leaving the sand beneath him untouched, dry. Some say it's the spirit of the captain, still searching for his lost crew. Others believe the sea took more than lives that night. It took peace and left a curse behind. Brighton may shine by day, but when the sun disappears, so does its charm. 4. Glennel Beach, South Australia. Glennel Beach is a favorite for families. Warm sunsets, soft waves, and memories made along the boardwalk. But not all memories are good ones, and some refuse to fade. In the late 1970s, Glennel was the center of a chilling mystery, a series of disappearances. People, mostly children, vanished without a trace. No suspects, no bodies, just silence and sorrow. Since then, strange things have plagued the beach. Locals say they hear laughter, soft, distant, childlike, drifting from the dunes at night. But when they search, the laughter stops, replaced by whispers too faint to understand. A lifeguard once spotted a small figure standing at the water's edge, alone, unmoving. He rushed down, but when he arrived, there was no one. Only tiny wet footprints in the sand, leading nowhere. Some say the souls of the missing never left, that Glennel holds them, trapped in time, repeating their final moments. Others believe the beach remembers, and it wants us to remember too. So when the sun dips below the horizon and the beach grows quiet, listen closely. You might hear what was never meant to be heard. 5. Bondi Beach, New South Wales. Bondi Beach, Australia's most iconic shoreline. Tourists flood it by day, chasing sunshine and surf. But when the crowds disappear, the beach tells a very different story. Locals whisper about a woman in white. She appears just after midnight, walking barefoot along the shoreline, her dress soaked, her hair tangled with seaweed. She never speaks. She never looks up. But those who see her feel it. A crushing sorrow. A chill that seeps into their bones. Years ago, a young bride was swept out by a rogue wave on her honeymoon. Her body was never recovered. Ever since, lifeguards and night swimmers have reported feeling a sudden pull in the water, like something grasping at their ankles. Some say it's just the tide. Others aren't so sure. Security cameras once caught her silhouette on an empty beach, only for the footage to glitch and her image to blur into static. They say if you see her, don't follow, don't call out, just turn away. Because those who try to help her often feel the sea trying to take them too. Bondi may be beautiful, but after dark, its ghosts rise with the tide. Six. Wategos Beach, New South Wales. Wategos Beach in Byron Bay is a picture of serenity. Crystal clear waves, soft sands, and surfers gliding through golden light. But beneath its beauty, something stirs, something ancient. Long ago, a merchant ship sank just off the coast during a violent storm. No distress call, no survivors, only broken timbers and whispers in the wind. Locals say the wreck still lies beneath the waves, and it's not entirely empty. Divers have returned with stories of shadows moving below them. No fish, no sea life, just silence. One man claimed he felt a hand brush his ankle, deep below, where no one should have been. But the strangest tales come from the beach itself. Late at night, beachgoers hear the distant clang of a ship's bell, echoing from the ocean. Some have seen lantern lights flicker across the water and vanish. They say the captain never left, that he still walks the shore in storms, soaked and wild-eyed, searching for a way home. Wategos is calm until it isn't. And when the mist rolls in and the sea goes still, listen, something might be calling from the deep. 7. Bells Beach, Victoria. Bells Beach is sacred ground for surfers. Massive swells, dramatic cliffs, and the roar of waves pounding the shore. But out there, in the deep blue, not everything rides the waves. Locals speak of the third wave. Not a tide, not a swell, but a freak wave that comes from nowhere. And with it, the Watcher. Surfers tell of a dark figure standing on the cliff's edge during stormy days. No face, no movement, just watching, always watching. Some say it's the ghost of a surfer who vanished decades ago during a monstrous storm. His body never found, his board washed up, cracked in half. One rider swears he felt a presence behind him on the water, like another surfer catching the same wave. But when he turned, nothing. Just the echo of a hollow laugh carried by the wind. Locals avoid the cliffs at twilight. They say if you lock eyes with the Watcher, he follows you, not home, but back into the water. And the next time the third wave comes, it takes more than just breath. Bell's Beach may offer glory, but some waves aren't meant to be ridden. 8. Hamlan Bay, Western Australia. Hamlan Bay is breathtaking. Turquoise water, soft sands, and stingrays gliding through the shallows. But beneath that beauty lies a haunting history, carved into the sea itself. In the 1800s, this bay was a graveyard for ships. Fierce storms tore vessels apart on the rocks. Sailors drowned, clinging to splintered wood, their screams lost to the wind. Some were never found, and some never left. Fishermen speak of ghost ships, tall, rotting masts drifting across the mist at dawn, only to vanish when approached. Tourists have reported hearing footsteps on the old timber jetty, slow, heavy, and wet, long after everyone's gone. One night, a local saw lantern light moving across the beach. He followed it, thinking someone was lost. But the light stopped suddenly, and when he reached the spot, all he found was seawater pooled in the shape of bare footprints, leading straight into the waves. The stingrays may welcome you. The sea may sparkle. But when the fog rolls in, Hamlan Bay becomes a doorway, and something on the other side is waiting to step through. 9. 9 Mile Beach, New South Wales. 9 Mile Beach stretches endlessly, quiet, windswept, untouched. But sometimes, too much silence hides what should not be heard. Locals talk about the woman in white, a ghostly figure seen wandering the dunes just before sunrise. Always barefoot, always alone. Her dress soaked, her face pale and lost. Some say she was a young mother who vanished decades ago, swallowed by a rip current while searching for her missing child. Neither was ever found. Fishermen setting up before dawn have heard soft sobbing carried on the breeze. When they investigate, they find footprints, small, wet, and fresh, leading from the sea into the dunes, then nowhere. One camper woke to the sound of humming outside his tent, a lullaby. When he stepped out, the beach was empty, but the humming grew louder, circling him until it stopped, all at once, and the temperature dropped like winter had arrived. They say she's still searching, drawn back to the beach night after night, hoping to find what the ocean stole from her. At 9 Mile Beach, it's not the waves that haunt you, it's what walks quietly behind them. 10. Baitmans Bay Beach, New South Wales. Baitmans Bay looks peaceful, calm waters, gentle tides, and a sky that stretches forever. But beneath its stillness lies a deadly memory the sea refuses to forget. Years ago, a freak storm rolled in without warning. Several fishing boats capsized. Entire crews were lost. Rescue teams found nothing. No wreckage, no bodies. Just silence and a sea that had gone eerily calm. Since then, strange things happen when the sky turns gray. Locals report radios crackling with static, even without power. Some hear voices, garbled, panicked, calling out coordinates that lead to empty waters. One man swore he saw a boat drifting offshore, its lights flickering. But when he blinked, it was gone, as if swallowed by the mist. Others say the ocean here hums at night, low and mournful, like it's remembering something it can't let go. The beach is safe, until it isn't. Because when the wind picks up suddenly, and the tide pulls harder than it should, it's said the bay tries to claim another soul. Baitmans Bay is beautiful, yes, but beauty can hide grief, and the ocean never forgets. So next time you walk a quiet beach at sunset, listen closely. The wind might be carrying more than just waves. Which haunted beach chilled you the most? Let us know. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more true ghost stories from Australia's darkest corners.